Hey guys, good morning from the Supreme Court today. Yeah, we're starting down here because there is a major court case deciding. We also have a big fire that's just broken up on the other side of town. Two-story house is fire showing, people trapped, but I can't get to it because it's too far away and because I have to take a picture of the protest here. But if we get the photos done here quickly enough, then we'll go down to the fire, see what we can see down there. Looks like a big fire. Up ahead, you see the line of people waiting to get into the Supreme Court to hear the case today. This is the Rahimi case, and this is a huge Second Amendment case. This is an interesting case to say the least. Let's go around and see what protests we can see. So this is the line to go in. There's only room for about 60 people, and they try to rotate people in and out so as many as possible can see the decision. But to get in for a big case like this, you got to show up early in the morning, like before dawn. And if you get here at that hour, then you're all right. Yeah. Sometimes they have a 3 to 5 minute line where you go in for just a few minutes. These people want to go in for the big thing. So, okay, we've got some protesters out here. So, the Rahimi case. Rahimi is, well, a pretty bad dude. Yeah. He's got domestic violence charges. He's got gun charges. He's not a nice guy. But he sued a domestic restraint. There was an order saying he could not have a handgun because he was a domestic violence person. And that might be overturned by a recent court case decided in New York on gun control. Can states limit the federal right to own a gun? So this has come up to try to see where they're going to stand, somewhere in between total Second Amendment rights and some reasonable restrictions for domestic violence people. We're going to find out today. It's going to be kind of interesting. Let's go get some pictures. I want to roam around a bit.
So now we're going to hear from a relentless champion for women and family, Representative Debbie Dingle from the great state of Michigan. Debbie?
I want everybody to understand this. If the Supreme Court affirms the decision of the Fifth Court, people are going to die. And they're going to die because of the action that they take here. And it is not okay.
And my sisters and hide in closets and pray to God and say, please, God, don't let us die tonight. Please.
300 million of them, you try to get 5 people on your side here, because that's the end around on democracy these days. Whether it be voting rights or access to abortion or keeping dangerous people away from guns, the American public over and over again raises their hand and says, we've made a decision. We want people to vote. We want people to have access to abortion. We don't want dangerous people to have access to guns. And so what the right wing does, what the industries that profit do, is to come here to the Supreme Court and try to do an end around on democracy. But we are not going to let them do it, right?
Whether or not it was a steel-toe boot, whether or not he was choking me.
Moore, actress, activist, and chair of the Everytown Creative Council. Thank you so much, Julia.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Angela. Wow, what an emotional morning. I'm overwhelmed.
You guys have, we've all been saying the same thing again and again. For me to kind of quote these statistics, and I talked to Lachey when she came off, and she said, I said to myself, I wasn't going to cry. I don't want to do this. And I said, you know what? When you cry, you allow us to cry. And it takes it out of our heads, right? It takes this message out of our heads and puts it into our bodies. And so we understand what the stakes are. We know what this means for all of us, for our children, for ourselves, in our relationships, in the world. And that's how urgent this fight is. I mean, I don't have to say it to you.
Okay, guys, so that is the scene at the Supreme Court this morning. The court has already started hearing the case. It's actually a pretty interesting case structurally, legally, in the sense that what rights do the states have versus what rights do the federal government have, and more importantly, what right does the Constitution give to every individual. No idea how they're going to decide. There was a case last year from a New York gun case that sort of laid the framework for this case. And a lot of people think that the Justice Department kind of pushed this case forward because the plaintiff, or the defendant, or whatever he is, he's not really a nice guy. Okay, well, we're going to leave the quiet peacefulness of Capitol Hill, at least the neighborhood of Capitol Hill, and we're going to make our way downtown, see what's going on down around there. Nothing at the White House. He's got an event later today I'm not covering. So we're kind of on our own. We got to go find something fun to do. Okay, guys, it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I came home to do some work, but we just got a report about an hour ago. A man with a gun was arrested next to the U.S. Senate. Now, he's been taken away, but it's still quite a scene. So let's swing up that way, yeah? So one of the problems doing crime and fires and all that is that DC is not really that easy to get from one point to the other. There are a lot of intersections, a lot of red lights. So this trip right now, me going up to Capitol Hill Union Station, which is a distance of only about, 3 miles or so, it could take 20 to 30 minutes with all the intersections I have to traverse and not even counting traffic. It's a bit frustrating when I have a fire call on the other side of the city. I just can't get there in time. Oh yeah, and speed bumps suck. These two trucks up here, though, they went straight. I'm kind of wondering if these might be the hazmats. Yes, this must be it. This place is still all blocked up. These are the hazmat crews for a suspicious package that the guy with the gun supposedly left. Don't know if they're going out of service. Let's see what we can see. All right, so here's the hazmat crew. They're down here, and then we've got more fire trucks staging down here. Man, my phone just not stopping. They must really want me to cover this fire. Let's pull into the spot here. So this is the hazmat unit, and then the hazmat support unit, which is like, they've got so many toys, they just need 2 trucks. They actually have a backup hazmat unit that's in storage in case that one breaks down. But we're going to walk down to the park, see what we can see over the tape line. Probably not much at this time, but we'll get some photos. They're putting their robot away. Oh well. It's the bomb squad packing up their robot and all their other toys. Okay guys, we are just down across from the White House. It's right over there. And I saw this go up the other day. I pointed it out, and now they've got all the stuff up here. The White House Historical Association is going to convert this entire first 3 floors into a visitor center, including like a simulated Oval Office, or no, an actual Oval Office, and then a simulated state dinner. It's going to be this big experience, what it's like to be in the White House. And this is going to open sometime next year, I think. Right now, there's nothing inside. It's just gutted out office. Can't even see it. Just guts. But next year, that'll be a big White House attraction. All right, let's, you know what, maybe let's just get a scooter. Well, this is interesting. They've opened the park before a motorcade. I guess the motorcade is technically leaving from the south grounds, but I thought they were going to keep it shut. Let's swing around and take a look at the cleaning efforts that took place today, see if they were able to clean up some of these statues that were vandalized over the weekend. First one's right over here. No, they haven't got this one fully clean, that's for sure. They got the black goo off, but the red stuff is still in there. The red stuff is in a paint. Boy, they've been working on it. It's all wet. They got all the stuff off this side. They got most of it off, except that red goo. All right, let's go check out the big one. Big Bop. All right. Cool. Yeah, the big one is still under wraps. But they have gotten a lot of it off. Hey. Somebody recognized me. Hang on a second. All right. So look at that. They got these suckers pretty clean. Yeah. I can't really get up to them. I got the things, but much better. And then this one here had the giant Free Palestine on it. And it's all cleared off. So they got that one set. We've got a motorcade in about 10 minutes. So we got to get across the street. We're going to be stuck. So let's bike on out of the park. Oh, I'll show you this one, yeah. So this one had a lot. I still got some stuff up on the top. They're going to need a ladder to get that FJB stuff off there and Free Palestine stuff. But they got the stuff off the bottom. And it looks like they got the stuff off the side here. It's still a hint of it. I can still make it out. Still a little bit of it. Hey, squirrel. It's like, how'd that squirrel get a bike? Anyway, so it's an ongoing process. They'll come out again in another day or two with some acid or something and try to clean it up a little bit more. This one with the red paint, this one's going to be a pain, I think. Oh, Lafayette, that's right. They also painted up the Lafayette statue. So, oh, this bike just locked up. Ooh, I don't know what it's doing. Black squirrel. All right, this one had Palestine on the back. It's been cleaned off. On this side, we still got some Free Palestine up there on the shield, but the stuff at the bottom is off. And then here in the back, that's where they had, yeah, you can still make it out a little bit in black there, Free Palestine. All right, so they're working on it. This is National Park Service responsibility. They take care of the White House and this park, so rangers are out here cleaning up everything. Let's spin on out of there and get ready for this motorcade. Here we go. Second one with flags. No. There he is.
He did. He waved.
Kids went nuts. No worries. Okay, guys, that's a quiet Tuesday in Washington, D.C. He's out doing some event. It's not that exciting. I didn't get invited. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll show you more around Washington. Maybe we'll go inside. Maybe we'll go up Capitol Hill. Who knows? Maybe we'll go to a museum. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.